Hi students, now we are discussing the chapter Combustion and Flame. Today we are going to discuss about fire extinguishers. As you know, the most common fire extinguisher is water. But water works only when things like wood and paper are on fire. If electrical equipment is on fire, water may conduct electricity and harm those trying to douse the fire. Water is also not suitable for fires involving oil and petrol. You know that when we add water to oil, water sinks below the oil and oil floats and it keeps burning on the top. That's why we cannot use water, or water is not suitable for fires involving oil and petrol. For fires involving electrical equipment and inflammable materials like petrol. For fires involving electric equipment and inflammable materials like petrol, carbon dioxide is the best extinguisher. Carbon dioxide, being heavier than oxygen, covers the fire like a blanket. Since the contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off, the fire is controlled. The added advantage of carbon dioxide is that in most cases it does not harm the electrical equipment. If you use water, it will harm the electrical equipment. But in the case of carbon dioxide is not causing any damage to the electrical equipment. How do we get the supply of carbon dioxide? Yes, it can be stored at high pressure as a liquid in cylinders, just like that of liquefied petroleum gas or LPG. When released from the cylinder, the carbon dioxide expands enormously in volume and cools down. So, it not only forms a blanket around the fire, it also brings down the temperature of the fuel. That is why carbon dioxide is an excellent fire extinguisher. Another way to get carbon dioxide is to release a lot of dry powder of chemicals like sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is the baking soda. Baking soda is called sodium bicarbonate. Another way to get carbon dioxide is to release a lot of dry powder of chemicals. Any one of these chemicals we can release near the fire, that is any one of the chemicals such as sodium bicarbonate or potassium carbonate. Near the fire, these chemicals give off carbon dioxide. Okay. Fire produced by the burning of oil or petrol cannot be controlled by throwing or pouring water on it, because water, being heavier than oil, settles down the oil and oil continues to burn. In the case of fires caused by burning liquid fuels like kerosene oil, that can be controlled by throwing sand or soil over it. The fire extinguisher also tried to cut off the supply of air to bring down the temperature of the fuel, or both, to control the fire. That is, fire extinguisher tried to cut off the supply of oxygen or bring down the temperature of the fuel. But in some cases, the fire extinguisher helps to do both these things. That is, it tried to cut off the supply of air and it bring down the temperature of the fuel. The combustible substance as such cannot be eliminated in most of the cases from the place of fire. There are various types of fire extinguishers used for controlling a fire. The job of a fire extinguisher is to cut off the supply of air or to bring down the temperature of the fuel. Now we are going to discuss about types of combustion. We discussed in our previous class about what is combustion. Now you know it. What is combustion and all we learned. And you know that combustion is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat. Okay, that chemical process is called combustion. And here combustion is of mainly two types. What are the two types of combustion? Rapid combustion and spontaneous combustion. The combustion in which the gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light is called rapid combustion. For example, combustion of LPG or liquefied petroleum gas. Spontaneous combustion. The type of combustion in which substances catch fire on their own without the application of heat is termed as spontaneous combustion. For example, forest fires and burning of white phosphorus in air or burning of sodium in air, burning of potassium in air, all these things we can consider it as spontaneous combustion. Forest fires are a result of which type of combustion that we learned? Forest fires are a result of spontaneous combustion because of the following factors. That is the presence of a combustible substance. Presence of a combustible substance. So combustible substance is there, and the presence of right ignition temperature, and the presence of supporter of combustion in air. Presence of supporter of combustion in air. What is the supporter of combustion in air? That is the gas that is called oxygen. That is the supporter of combustion in air. If all these things are there, then the spontaneous combustion will happen, and forest fires are an example of what? Example of spontaneous combustion. Now we learned about types of combustion, and next is explosion. What is explosion? It's a type of combustion, we can say. The combustion in which large amount of gases are evolved with the production of a tremendous amount of heat, light and sound is called explosion. The combustion in which large amount of gases are evolved with the production of a tremendous amount of heat, light and sound is called explosion. When a cracker is ignited, a sudden reaction, that is, it reacts with oxygen. That process we can call it as oxidation reaction is happening, or oxidation process happening, in which at high speed large amount of gases is revolved, or large amount of gases evolved with the production of tremendous amount of heat, light and sound. That's why burning of cracker or igniting a cracker, we can consider it as which type of combustion? It comes under explosion. When we ignite on cracker, it releases gases, it produces heat energy, light energy and sound. That's why we can consider it as explosion. We discussed about flame in our previous class, and you know that candle forms flame, and coal, just when it burns, coal shows only a glow. It is not producing any flame. Here flame is the visible and gaseous part of the fire. What we see as the flame is the light energy released due to the combustion of fuel. Flame is the visible and gaseous part of the fire. Here you can see one table in which you have to fill. Okay, you have to fill which substance or which material forms flame and which one does not form flame. You have to fill it. Okay, here 5 materials are given. Candle, it forms flame or it does not form flame, you have to write it there. And magnesium ribbon, burning of magnesium ribbon, we did that activity. Camphor, it forms flame or it does not form flame, you have to write. Kerosene oil or kerosene stove or kerosene lamp, it forms flame or does not form flame, you have to write. And also for charcoal, you have to fill this form table, okay.